Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wrassle Graps.
Welcome back.
That too. Welcome back. The first one in a while, I was gonna say. Um, yeah, we figured what better way to come back than by talking about John Cena's retirement match and the show surrounding it.
That seems like a fitting start and a fitting end to a career. That's very legendary.
Are we doing that on the show? Or are we just gonna give a shout out to John Cena also? That's what we're doing.
I mean, it has to be somewhat related to that because it's about that. So yeah.
I don't mind. I'm happy to do it. I didn't know we were doing that. We were just reviewing the thing.
I mean, look, it has to have some sort of respect like that for real.
I guess we'll just do it now. John Cena, probably one of the biggest wrestlers in the WWE, if
Big
not
boy.
ever.
Yeah. I mean, everyone knows John Cena. Like, John Cena if you're not a wrestling fan.
If you could not tell that this was not a planned statement by me or him, I hope you do now. But yeah, when I was a kid, I grew up watching him, big fan of him. There was that time in the 2010s, but everyone had that time in the 2010s where they were against John Cena. But came back around, and one of my favorites to watch. And you know what? This retirement tour, not at all what anyone wanted it to be.
I
But
mean,
I'm
honestly,
glad.
a lot of his best work came later, like 2015, kind of around that area.
Oh yeah, the U.S. Open Challenge, uh, the Punk stuff before that, of course. But U.S. Open Challenge, you get the AJ stuff, you get
Yeah.
Kevin Owens stuff. Some good stuff there.
Like the
Roman Reigns,
match wise, he really did improve later in his career.
he stepped it up, and that was fun. We had some good stuff before that, stuff with Edge, stuff with Orton, stuff with Punk. Can't ignore that.
Yeah, some of his shoes were pretty legendary.
There's a lot of important
I
ones.
guess the Punk one especially.
At the end of the day, it's a career that will never be duplicated, and I don't think anyone ever come close.
No one's coming close to even having the level of talent of John Cena. I mean, you know what I mean? Because he's really good on the mic. He's pretty good in the ring. He's got that. He's got everything down. Really.
He's one of those guys that everyone knows him as a guy that's like a kind person in real life, but also a big name. And it's something you don't get often with real people, especially Hulk Hogan. But with Johnson, you need to get that, and I think that's really cool that he's also a chill guy in real life.
I didn't know he was chill like that.
I didn't either, but apparently he was.
Yeah. Unless you're Nikki Bella, then he has some minutes.
Well, that's different. I would not become a spouse. Well, I mean, maybe for a certain amount of money, but
Right.
that's different, and it's understandable, I think.
Yeah.
But
But
anyways,
yeah, I
that's
mean,
not what this is about.
shouts out John Cena for real.
Shouts out indeed. What a career. What
And
uh emotional retirement.
what this is about is my name is Vincent and he is Chris. And this is Wrassle Graps.
This is Wrassle Graps, the show that we have not done in about a month.
Over a month. It's been over a month.
Almost 2 months.
How?
And
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
well, there was that whole thing with me going to a different state, then there's a whole thing with you in the woods.
I was in another state as well. Yeah.
In the woods.
I saw a bear
In the woods.
in the woods. I was in the woods with a bear. Yeah.
In the woods.
In the woods. Very wood. Much wood.
But yeah, so let's get into the actual show now. Starts off with Oba Femi versus Cody Rhodes. This
Fantastic.
was a
That's
thing
what
I
I
was
thought when it started. I was like,
I
oh,
was really
fantastic.
looking
This is
forward
going to
to.
be good. Yeah.
I thought the whole point of this, and for most matches they did do this, and by most I mean the three that they had. I thought it was gonna be like a showcase match where they would give them time. This match was like barely even 10 minutes, if close, before they had Drew McIntyre run in and ruin it and cause a DQ finish.
It was so fucking dumb, man. It feels like every match was basically 5 minutes long. That's kind of how it felt on this show. And it was, especially this one, okay, where Drew just runs in there, he attacks Cody, and it's over. Like the bell rings, it's over. There's no distraction, there's none of that to have Oba Femi win, which should have happened. Oba Femi should have beat Cody Rhodes.
Now, there's the argument I understand for, you know, Cody's the WWE champion. He should not be losing clean, but you didn't have to make him lose clean. Drew could have cost him the matchup. Cody sees him coming while the ref is down or something. He stops him from attacking him, gets in the ring. Oba Femi manages to beat him off the distraction. That's fine. You can do that. But, you know, I wanted more than what we got, and I wanted a better ending. Definitely.
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, you can see that Oba Femi is a star. Um, it's just that I mean, really, this is the first impression some people are getting of Oba Femi. Man, it's not a very good one, I don't think.
I think the thing that bothers me the most is that you start the match and you're like, man, this Oba Femi guy, the presentation, the moveset, the charisma he has, it's there. He has it. But then you get to the end and you're like, oh, well, that was a lame ass finish. And then you forget about Oba Femi for like a second. Like that finish was kind of lame. I was really enjoying that.
Yeah.
And you forget about how much you enjoyed what you were seeing before.
Well, did we explain how Oba Femi actually beat up Drew McIntyre along with Cody Rhodes?
Well, I was gonna get there, but I was, you know,
Yeah, because I almost forgot to get there as well. But yeah, that did happen. That did happen.
the more detailed way. What happened was Drew comes in and plain sight of the ref attacks Cody. The ref calls for the bell, and Oba Femi, understandably annoyed, is like, Drew,
He pushes him down.
what the hell? I was kind of in the middle of a match here.
Yeah.
And Cody starts wailing on Drew. Eventually, Oba hits the choke slam on Drew, and then both guys stand tall. And Cody's like, "Oh, look at this cool guy, Oba Femi, right?" And then they
Yeah.
play Cody's music.
Very weird, very not good, I'd say. Very thumbs down moment.
That was a lame moment. Probably the only outwardly bad thing on the show.
Yeah, I mean honestly I would say this, yeah, really, really bad. Like something I really dislike.
Honestly, the
Especially
rest of
because
the
there's so
match,
many other opportunities to debut Oba Femi when he lost the NXT Championship and he disappeared for a bit. And they just didn't take any of the opportunities. And then when they finally did, it was the worst thing they could have done.
I was honestly really surprised that they did it the way they did. Because I
I feel like
thought
none
that
of this has been planned. They're just like winging it on the spot, you know?
I was really confused when they put the NXT title back on him. That really threw me
Yeah.
off,
What the fuck are we doing? He's gonna lose it again, probably to Jibon Evans, right? So
which
what
is
are we
fine,
doing?
but
Yeah.
like, it's kind of weird. It's just, it's hard. Why even have him lose it to Ricky Saints? Yeah, I don't like any of that booking, but that's different.
Yeah, Sean has some explaining to do. Triple H has some explaining to do.
I'm telling you, the
It's
Triple
not
H
good.
booking is rubbing off on Sean and in the bad way.
At least Sean at least is a little bit more put together, okay?
No, most of the time, what Sean does is fine.
I honestly do. I think a lot of the things Sean does is creative. That's a different word to use for things that are WWE, but yeah, I would say that.
Most of it's usually good. Like I can watch NXT and say, okay, I see where that's going. I like where that's going.
Like I
This
see
guy,
I see what even if it's not that great, I'd be like, I see what he was going for there, you know.
Mhm. And most of the time, this year especially, you just watch it and you're just like, what was who thought this was a good idea? How did this even get past the planning stages?
How does get past Shawn Michaels? How?
But anyway, enough ragging on
That's
that.
when I went for SmackDown. But how does Road Dogg think of any of that?
That's why I just don't watch SmackDown.
SmackDown's the worst, dude.
It really pains me to not watch it, by the way, because I love Aleister Black. I love Ilya Dragunov, and I really want
That's
to
the
see the
only part
U.S.
of the show you should watch is the Ilya Dragunov.
I know, and it kills me that I don't watch the U.S. Open title stuff, but I just can't stand the rest of the show.
I heard that Tommaso Ciampa match yesterday was good.
That dude, Ilya Dragunov, does not have bad matches. He's fantastic.
Shouts out Tommaso Ciampa for having a good match.
Shouts out every guy that's went up against Ilya Dragunov in the U.S. Open Challenge.
Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys. I don't remember them all, but shouts out to everyone involved.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's move forward here. Sol Ruca versus Bayley. Now, you said you felt this was a little too short. I thought it was perfectly good for what it was.
It was too short, but it was good, like you said. I thought it was pretty good quality stuff, except the timing of the match. But Sol Roca does win, so I'm happy.
After the Cody match, I was like, you know what? This is much better because the bar is so low. Whatever they do, it cannot be worse. So I wasn't even gonna care about the length of the match, whatever. They put on a good match. I was entertained the whole time. I was happy. Soul wins. That's all that
Yeah.
matters.
So Sol Ruca wins the match after hitting a Soul Snatcher. You know, the cool move where she does the flip and does the RKO or whatever. And
The cutter.
then, yeah, Bailey like no sells it and does like a roll up afterwards. And then she gets turned around into a roll up from Sol Ruca, and Sol Ruca wins the match.
I wouldn't say it's a roll up. I think what happened wasn't she hits the
It
Soul
was a roll up.
Snatcher? No, but yeah. But what I'm saying is, I don't think it was exactly the nose. I think it was just the Soul Snatcher, and then Bailey kind of rolls out of the ring a bit, so it's just trying to pull her in. And then that's when Bailey kind of gains the wherewithal back to hit the roll up, and then it gets reversed. And then that's how Soul wins.
Yeah, whatever you want to say. You know, I just thought it was a little weird, but whatever.
I just want to clarify. It's not straight up like she just popped up and said, I don't work for me, brother.
I feel like you should be donezo after that move. That's kind
You
of my
should be.
thing. Like you should just never wake up again.
At least for like a solid 20 seconds, yeah.
This whole the soul snatch,
I know it's not spelled the same, and that's how you get away with it.
the stunner.
It's spelled, it's spelled SOL. It's not SOUL. So that's how you get out of
Oh,
not
right.
finishing the match with it.
Different words. The sun snatcher.
True. That also.
Yeah. And then
But
they
yeah,
respect each other. They're like, yeah, we love each other.
this
Match.
is the theme for the rest of the show. Is the next three things that happen. It's just match happens, they respect each other, and then they salute for John Cena.
Yeah, love this. John. Yeah, love John Cena. It's great.
So then we move on to Dragon Lee and AJ Styles going up against Leon Slater and Javon Evans. Very fast paced match, a little too quick for my liking. Not the action, the match itself a little too quick for my liking.
Yeah, I mean, look, I love the quickness, man. I do. I mean, in tag team matches, it can go either way, right? Like, you can
Yeah,
be
I
too
like the
quick,
quickness,
you can
but
be too quick, or you could be just the right amount of quick. I think that they reached the level of quickness I never seen before. You know,
I like the pace of the match. I didn't like the fact it was like 5 minutes long, maybe.
that's maybe more of a detailed explanation. Yeah, I do agree with you. I do agree with you.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I don't like that. And AJ, he did mess up the phenomenal forearm. I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna not rag on that too much because I don't want to.
You slipped, man. I saw. I said. I started laughing. Okay, I didn't start laughing, but I was more
I
like,
was
"Oh,
like,
that sucks," you know. Yeah.
I was so upset because right before that we were talking, and I was like, man, AJ's gonna retire soon, but he's still so good. I love him. He's still
It
got
was
it.
so. It was like
And then,
we like commentary cursed him, but we weren't on commentary.
of course, I immediately switched up like a true fan. As soon as he switched, I said, man, he's washed. It's over. Call it a day. You know,
Yeah, hang up the boots, pal. Put him in the middle of the ring right now.
you don't wear the big guy pants anymore.
No, he does not have big guy pants. Okay.
But yeah, so AJ and Dragon Lee still win, and
The
they
amount
do
of
the salutes.
bouncy in 6'7" did not help Javon Evans or
No,
Leon Slater.
is that the gimmick, by the way? Is he just brain routing you to the point where you get distracted and then he wins? Is that the gimmick?
Uh, yeah, probably.
I like if I'd
That's
find it
fair. That's
entertaining
fair.
if
Yeah,
that's the gimmick.
that's pretty good. Yeah.
Some people would say that's stupid. I'd say that's correct, but also I'd be entertained.
Yeah, why not, man? Fuck it.
But anyway, they do the respect thing, and then
They respect
we
each other.
we move on to a random segment of the show. The Miz comes out.
He
He
cuts
starts
off the testosterone bros and he
the
starts
testosterone bros consisting of one man and one woman.
Yeah, I mean we're all bros, aren't we?
2025.
Yeah, we're all bros. I'm a bro, she a bro, he, me, we a bro, you know? One bro.
You're really stuttering on those words, pal.
What man? I'm just, cooked.
Yeah, I know. But going from he's a bro, she's a bro to he's a beau, he's a bow.
One bro.
All right. So Miz comes out, he's going on about nonsense, and then R-Truth comes out. He says, you're not gonna go off about nonsense on John Cena's retirement night. As a matter of fact, you screwed a guy out of the tournament. And his
Well,
name,
no, he was like,
yeah,
wait, what
you
were you
screwed him
saying?
over by touching his balls inappropriately.
Yeah, I was gonna correct you.
And he's like, "What?" And everyone's like, "What?" And then he pulls out like a little like ball with a name in it, and he reads it. It's like Joe Hendry, and then Joe Hendry appears, and then they both beat him up, pay respect to John
They do
Cena.
like a fake match, like a
They do.
yeah. R-Truth was the referee, quote unquote, and Joe Hendry was being the shit out of Miz and winning the match, and he won the match.
A match that did not actually happen. There was no bell ringing. This was not sanctioned. It's just random nonsense.
Yeah, the Miz just lost that shit.
But whatever. It was quick and it was fine.
Yeah, thank God he didn't get that last match with John Cena.
Oh well. So by the way, this scared the crap out of me because the testosterone and Stephanie are talking, and I see this guy pacing around with a jacket on. And I was like, "Holy fuck! Did they give Gunther a jobber entrance?" I was pissed for a second.
Yeah, that was pretty. I was on your side with that one, but it turns out it was the Miz. Tiny
They
Gunther,
then they panned in, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine. You can do that to him."
small Gunther, the miniature Gunther,
Yeah, Gunther. That's the one they call Gunther.
Gooner.
That yeah, that's Gunner actually.
Yeah,
That's the guy we're talking about.
play with balls. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's Gooner.
I should have guessed.
Silly Gooner. Yeah.
Oh well. So now we get to the actual thing everyone came here for. Cena and Gunther. Match itself was good. I liked it.
Oh yeah, I mean the match itself. It started off a little slow. It was the clothesline, 7 clotheslines in a row, whatever he did. But you know what? It got a little more quick at the end, and I kind of started to enjoy it.
They didn't overdo the AA, which is my issue with a lot of the modern Cena
They did like
matches.
3, I think.
They did three. As long as it doesn't cross the 5 threshold, I can be fine with it. Um, they didn't do that, so it's cool. And the ending, I feel a lot of people might have an issue with.
Well, we were talking
I
about
was
like
fine with
Gunther
it.
put us, or Gunther went through a table, and
Yeah,
then later on in the match they started doing like sleeper holds, and then AAs, and then sleeper hold transitions.
they did do that. That's true. A lot of FU Gunther chants, a lot of
How the
asshole
fuck you,
chants.
Gunther? You're right, an asshole. Yeah.
But yeah, then we do the sleeper spot where Cena's desperately trying to escape, but Gunther keeps getting him in there. And then eventually it gets to a point where they do the old Hogan spot where the ref raises the arm 2 times and it drops, but he raises it a third time. And he's like, "Oh, I'm still in it," but he does a little Cena okay hand gesture.
Yeah.
And gets out of it, but then he gets put right back in. And then looks at the camera, he smiles, his acceptance of he's not getting out of this one. He does a light tap, and then that's the end of the match.
Right. I did a little light tap. I thought that was all right. I thought that was okay. Not. I don't know if it's the ending I wanted to see, but that's what happened. So
In my opinion, if you're going to have Cena tap out in the last match, I'm fine. This is fine. I'm okay with you doing it this way.
now Gunther gets to brag that he made Cena tapped out after 20 years of not tapping out,
Mhm.
which I think that's cool for him to have.
I just really like the something about the idea of Cena accepting like I did my best. I have nothing left in the tank. It's time to call it a day. Something about that. I just really like that idea.
I
I
like
don't
the
know why.
dramatic nature of it. I do.
I do too. I appreciate it. So Gunther wins. He leaves the ring, leaves it to Cena. A lot of people are upset. Naturally, they didn't want them like that. But what are you gonna do?
Damn, what the fuck are we gonna rate this show?
I really don't.
Man,
We'll talk about it when we get there.
I'm gonna rate this a little harshly, but it's fine. We're not even John Cena send off. It has nothing to do with that. Okay, just know that.
We'll talk about it in a little bit. Let's get to this
Yeah.
last part first.
Okay.
So Cena's sitting in the ring for a minute, and he kisses the mat. He bows. Thankful. I gave
Bow.
everything
Yeah,
I
everyone's
had.
around. Everyone's fucking surrounding him in like a circle.
Oh, so Triple H, Stephanie, and a bunch of other people come out. Punk, Cody, all the roster come out. They're all respecting him. They're all clapping for him. Punk and Cody enter the ring. They give him the belts. Let him raise him up. Show that he is the champ. And then I think the most damning thing about this entire show and this entire WWE product currently is that Triple H, people saw him and they chanted at him, "You fucked up," for like 30 seconds.
The crowd was fucking nasty for a Washington D.C. crowd, man. It was crazy. It was. You wouldn't think this is Washington D.C. I'll tell you that much.
If you were talking to me in like 2017 and you told me one day people would be this level of hating on Triple H when he was in charge of the company or he was in charge of the booking, I would not believe you. But like, I cannot believe we got to this point.
He totally deserved it, though. You know.
Oh no, yeah, for the booking of this, yeah.
Yeah.
But just the fact that it happened, it's crazy. He went to
But
go get in the ring and people started booing.
he was just on
I
the apron. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I guarantee he was gonna get in the ring with Cena before the boos started. I guarantee you he was.
Maybe he likes to take the credit for himself. That's what I've learned about Triple H.
The fact that he didn't still do it, I was surprised. But
Yeah, he
he does
basically
get in the
just
ring.
he hugged John and he said, look over there, look." And
Yeah,
he
look over
pointed
there.
like it was gonna be the WrestleMania sign, but it was really a video of John Cena, and then there was a reaction video because John was in the like little corner in a window, and he's just looking at the video, and then we see the video in another window.
They did the picture in picture, but you can actually hear it. You know, like you could hear stuff. You heard the video package. You saw Cena's reactions to it. It's a very nice video package. I really liked it.
I thought it was okay. I think the music kind of bugged me out because it was like music we've heard before, and
That
also
did throw
kind of
me
like
off.
a song to me. But whatever.
That did throw me off. But there's only so many songs you can pick for something like this.
You can pick any other song, man. There's got to be like a bunch of sad songs you can pick. You know,
Listen, it's better than the song that they picked for the actual show. Okay, just let's like
Quavo, Havoc Shoot was kind of ass. I'm not gonna lie.
that did nothing against the guy. This was not the song for this show,
Nothing really ever is. I mean, they do a really bad job of picking the vibe for the show. You know,
but
any
not the
show they
point.
do.
I agree with you, but um, so yeah, you watched this video. You could tell he appreciated it. He didn't cry, but you could tell he was close. And then he takes his
Poor
shoes
guy.
off. He takes the armbands off, the wristbands off, leaves him in the ring, bows, and he walks off.
Yeah, very cool. They didn't play his music. I thought they were gonna do it. They didn't do it.
No, I really like the way they did it, honestly. I mean, the music would have been fine too,
You need
but
the
I like.
horns, man. The horns are very fucking. I mean, I guess they're getting sued for it now, but you know what I mean.
I know, but
It's iconic.
I just like the nature of it, you know, because you could tell that this was a John Cena choice. He didn't want them. You could tell that was his choice.
I don't know if you can tell that, but sure.
I think he can, because I gotta imagine on some level that they went to him. And they said, "Hey, how do you want to do this? And we'll give you whatever. You know, how do you want to go out?" He said, "No music. I just want to take in the moment."
Can everybody walk around in a circle like a conga line? Can we do that?
Can everyone come out and say thank you, Cena? That'd be ideal.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he walks off to the ramp. He turns around and he says, "It's been a pleasure serving you for all these years. Thank you." And then that's it.
Yeah, pretty cool. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's pretty good. Pretty
I
good.
really like that. So
Yeah, I mean nothing you can say there besides it's nice.
here's the tough part: the rating of the show.
It's
Did
not tough at all.
John Cena? No, listen. This is going to take explaining. That's why it's tough. The John Cena send off itself. No notes on that. I liked it. I thought it was good. It was great. I liked it. Great moment. That I would give a double thumbs up. I liked it for what it was. You know, getting
Double
here with
thumbs
him.
up is crazy. All right. I think
No,
thumbs
hold
up
on.
would be
Hold
fair
on.
enough. All
Hold
right.
on. The match itself, no. The match, but at this point, I'm just working with what we've been given all year. Okay, nothing about the store was perfect. You don't. I can't blame Cena for that. That was not his fault. But you know, the match itself, I enjoyed the match. I liked the ending. I was cool with it. And then the little send off him at the end, I really liked it. Okay, that's a nice moment. I really liked what they did for him. So for
Right.
me, that part I think is great. Perfect.
Right.
Yes, I have notes about how we got here, but it's too late for that. Just what we were presented with at this point in time, knowing what we know now, I'll take it. You know,
Right.
of course, I would have loved if things went different in terms of getting here. But if years from now I went back and revisited this, I could be fine with this specific moment in time.
Okay, fair enough.
Now for the
My
show itself.
thing, yeah,
Oh,
you
sorry.
do
Go
the
ahead. No,
you
you
do
go
the
ahead.
show. I have mine's gonna be short, so you go for yours.
The show itself, I would give the rest of the show a thumbs in the middle.
Right? Is that any other stuff to say there?
I guess just to quickly explain it, in ring action, great. The first match's ending, not good. And the rest of it, it felt like they were speeding to the rest of the card and they did not pace the show correctly. So that's why it's not higher. That's
I
all.
agree with you. I do agree with you there. And that leads me to saying that I'm not going to explain myself that much. You basically already did explain it, but I'll just combine everything into one thing, like even the times of matches, the outcomes of matches, and the farewell of John Cena. I'm going to give it all thumbs in the middle. I think that's fair.
That's fair enough. You know what? That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the John Cena retirement show. What did you guys think of the show? Please let us know down below. Remember, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want more Wrassle Graps content, of course, you can check out the social medias. I don't know how active we've been on there recently. I know we're still going good on Threads. We're still going hard on the Threads.
Threads. I mean, Threads is a really good platform, really.
I don't know. I'm not on it. Um, if you want to listen to this in audio format, you don't want to go on YouTube, that's fine. We have the podcast version on Spotify. Go check that out. Leave a review if you like. It'd be greatly appreciated. And that's pretty much it. We'll catch you guys in the next one.